Grand Rising YouTube, Grand Rising. Good evening, good day, depending on where you are. I'm back in again to channel the messages that's sent to me, through me, and for me to share. But remember, not every message that comes through is going to be a message for everyone. But there's definitely a message here for someone. You're just needing to take the messages that resonates and leave the rest for those that the message will resonate with. So this message is coming in as a part 2 in the energy of angel number 1515 and angel number 1616, which came through in this energy, which is part 1. Quite a lot of information, intuitive messages came through in regards to this energy, and since I've recorded this message and uploaded it, I've kind of gone about my day, and it's been on my mind, quite a bit. So as I came back and sat down, I was picking up on more energies. I've got some things, some bullet points and paragraphs which I kind of wrote in regards to this energy as I was out and about, But also as I came and sat back down, I was paying attention to the bottom of the deck. So now and again I get drawn to look at the bottom of the deck, and when I do, so the first deck that I use, which is Storm Warning, then we've got the Wheel of Creation, then we've got this energy of Tangled and the Six of Cups, and this energy of inner completion. Bear in mind, Power was at the bottom of the deck, but as I was sitting here, I'm guided to put Power in first position, power over anything else, kind of a thing. Power of the Most High is what I'm picking up on. Power of universal love. So as I put these cards into the order as they came through, as the final guidance for message 1, I'm paying attention to the High Priestess that's in the center of this message, overall energy. So the Chariot came through, and then also the Devil, just for the purpose of this message, so in case you don't see part 1. But again, regardless of when you see my messages are timeless, and I believe it's when you're most needing to see them. But just for the reference and the purpose of this message, so the Chariot came through, the High Priestess came through, and so did the Devil. The Devil's in the upright, the High Priestess is in the upright, and the Chariot is in the reverse. Someone was fed some type of false information, and was dealing with you accordingly to the false information that they were given. This group of people belong to a Clegry. This Clegry is neither in the reverse nor the upright. This is a Clegry of magicians that's here in the reverse, that operate in devil energy. I feel for those that I'm connecting with on the upside of this message has been in deep meditation in regards to this energy, This is how the card was positioned before I sat back down. Bear in mind, the High Priestess is center of this message and the heart of the matter. And I'm also hearing it's not you alone in this group, in this energy of meditation, in regards to the situations and the circumstances that you may have been up, I'm hearing so many words. Projected to, subjected to is the word I'm hearing. Something to distract you, to cause you to lose your trail on your temple path. But there's something about you taking a risk, or someone from this Clegry has taken a risk to also go within and seek answers. The Ace of Swords has come through, but the Ace of Swords is not like your usual Ace of Swords in tarot. For the purpose of this message, I feel I need to show it. It's a small truth, This is giving me the energy of what do they say? A mountain, making a mountain out of a molehill, they say. This is a small truth. in comparison to the traditional tarot Ace of Swords. It's like it's easier to believe a lie than it is to believe a truth, especially when you're in the energy of your ego and surrounded by these types of magicians that's here in the reverse. You know, they may look good to the eye in the energy of the King of Wands that's here in the upright. At the time I was channeling the song Sizzler, Clean Up Your Heart and Come. These people from this Clegry don't operate with a clean heart. The heart chakra card came through here, neither in the reverse nor the upright. You know, they act out of a place for attention, for recognition, for status. They come to bring burdens and not to release burdens, you know. So in this energy of 1515, I saw angel number 1515 before I saw angel number 1616. 15 in traditional tarot represents the devil energy, major arcana, who's out here already. I feel like for those I'm connecting with, you may have saw or seen 2 red flags, let's say, which you may have ignored in this energy of the 7 of Cups that's come through here. They come to bring confusion and nothing more, nothing less. A good time and not a long time was the energy that came through in message 1. The king of the Knight of Wands is coming through the window rather than coming through the door. I feel like for those I'm connecting with, you know, you put some type of a protective energy around your home. You know, you may meditate with crystals and other herbs I'm picking up on right now. You know, like a form of protection around your peace, around your temperance. Only those who you invite in can cross, you know, your door, your window. I pay attention, the Knight of Wands is in the reverse. This broom card, which represents the death card, the transformation card, is in the reverse. And so is this Emperor. It's all in the reverse. This masculine energy, this divine masculine, is a distorted divine masculine. You know, they're not in their power. In this energy of power, they're not in their power. Nobody in these quarters are in their power. They're all going in the wrong direction in the chariot. That's here in the reverse. But someone's sitting down patiently, you know, observing, waiting, in regards to some type of seeds that they may have planted. You know, they're just waiting for it to harvest. You know, going back into part 1, someone's going over something, you know, and then again now in the energy of 1616, which is the energy of the tower. Again, there may have been 2 tower situations that may have taken place before somebody took something seriously. You know, pay attention to the red flags that's being told in a repeated story, in a repeated lie. A liar has no memory. Going back to a message which I've done recently, over the past week or 2, I want to say. But if I remember, I will put it into the description, because I feel like there could be additional messages within the messages that I add into the descriptions on most of my videos, you know. But I do want to get into this energy. There's also this energy of the 7 of Swords, you know. 7 and 7, deception and confusion, lies and, you know, all kinds of things is what I was picking up during the pause between message 1 and this message here. So I've got a few different decks that I'm kind of drawn to use. I want to more so tap into this energy of this Clegry and who they are. At heart, I'm hearing they're in this energy of no action. Actions here in the reverse, and again, this is yin yang. A lot of yin yang energy was coming through. A lot of temperance in the reverse, more patience came through in the reverse. For me, in traditional tarot, would represent temperance, but in the traditional tarot, Temperance came out in the upright, which is a good thing. It's like someone's now starting to see through some BS here. You know, you're starting to see through the illusions and the lies that was put in front of you. Celebrity is here, but let's see, in regards to this energy of the Clegry, there's some type of a boat, you know, some type of a non-action. Bear in mind, there's also the energy here of some type of a criminal activity that may have been taking place, and a friend may have been the one to plant the seed, you know, and put you in a position of being investigated in regards to some type of a situation. The card that also came through is the card of envy. So this is an envious friend that's a part of this Clegry that's trying to bring you down, plant some seeds against you, you know. But someone's doing some research, doing some digging, whereas at one point they didn't do any research, any digging. But now that they're starting to discover a truth, you know, discovering the seed that was planted, and they're on a mission to discover when the seed was planted, who by, you know, someone is seeking some information here. They're moving like a ninja, you know, they're moving wise. The ninja card came through here. They're moving wise. They're just being patient. They're now sitting back and waiting for this information to be brought to them. But let's see, in regards to this energy of this Clegry, yeah, they're holding a secret, and it's falling into this energy of the if I can get it, of the Four of Pentacles. Whatever this is, they're holding on to it, but it's slipping away from them, you know. Aliens, they could go by alias names. You may not even know the true identity of the person that you may be thinking that this message is in relation to. But someone is definitely taking a risk. This is bringing me back to one of my freestyles. What does it say? It says, you have to make an order in order to stop me. For you, me say, that could have risky for go back into time and to go back into history to solve for the mystery. That could have risky. It says, you not frightened of the Almighty, not of the one of the land, but the one of the moon and the stars and the sea. You not frightened, say, hell a place could have freeze. Jeez. Someone is coming to a realization, slowly but surely, in regards to a secret, a lie, a deception that this group of Clegries were holding on to. It's falling into the energy of this Queen of Swords. So let's see, tell me more about this energy of this Clegry. Something may have happened by boat. They may travel by boat because they're trying to not have some type of a digital trail. Extreme, I know I'm hearing. Something's gone up in the air. For the money and the fame and the fraud. Oh Lord. Card fell to the ground. Someone may have faked a death here, and they may be in regret about it. You know, these two cards came through. I'm hearing lizard. I'm not hearing lizard, I'm seeing lizard. This is bringing me back to cartel. Vibes cartel. And why he was sent to jail. We've got this energy here of an accident. Somebody may have tried to make some type of a death here look like an accident. We've got that card that's came through. Someone may have tried to make something look like natural causes. It's falling in the energy of this elder. So why is this energy of this detective here? Although this detective's here in the reverse. Mind control. This detective's coming out of some type of mind control. They may have woken up on the boat, I'm hearing. No action is falling into the energy of this non-action. Let's get another card in regards to this detective. Spouse or partner. Or this could be somebody who you was in a relationship with, who you may have thought it, you know, it was going to grow to something more. This is neither here in the reverse nor the upright. They're in this energy of this Clegry also, whoever this detective is. This detective could be investigating your spouse or your partner, or you could be the spouse or the partner that's being investigated on the behalf of, you know, however it may resonate. We've also got this energy here. It's just drawing my attention. The Three of Wands. Unexpected. Potential. Someone's trying to see whether a spouse has got the potential, you know, to do the unexpected, is what I'm picking up on here. This level of manipulation I'm hearing. Let's just see again in regards to this energy of this detective. Let's get another card. Social media. And this is falling into the energy of where the Six of Wands is. So this will represent some type of social media status, you know, that somebody may have been trying to affect. Burned to the ground, I'm hearing. This phone is burnt, you know. Somebody was trying to destroy something for you, maybe on Facebook. This is the Facebook icon here. Create some kind of burdens for you online. This is the Ten of Wands and the Six of Wands. 16 wands here. A tower moment, you know. Storms, warnings, kind of things. Notifications, you know, when you get those warnings, reports, all of that kind of stuff, you know. Sabotage is what I'm picking up on here. But universal love is standing out to me. So let's see, in regards to this energy, why is this butcher here? The butcher's here in the reverse. Universal love is what's keeping someone alive. Someone may have gone down the wrong road. Why is this energy of the butcher here? Yeah, someone may not have realized that there was some type of surveillance here, and it caught somebody on this road, on a side road maybe. Unexpected. Eight of Pentacles. I'm literally hearing you had one job. I'm hearing if you need something doing, do it yourself. This is bringing me back to a message I did a few years ago in regards to a feminine energy sending in a flying monkey to basically set a divine feminine, a high priestess up, you know, for, I can't remember the ins and out of that reading, but what happened was that masculine energy, I think it was around the energy of gaining some type of feelings, you know, where they shouldn't have. That wasn't their job. That wasn't the order that they were under. The title of that message was something around if you need something doing, do it yourself. Why is the Eight of Cups here? Why is the Eight of Cups here? There could have been some type of secret around work, or the risk that someone was going to take, or the risk that someone was going to take to discover a truth about a risk that somebody took, you know. Tell me more about this energy of the Eight of Pentacles. Crime of passion. This was no crime of passion. This was mind control. I'm hearing this was just bad mind from some type of a spouse or a partner from your neighborhood. Falling into this alive energy. Universal love. This is here neither in the reverse nor the upright. And the numbers on this card is 101 and 102. This could be somebody that lived literally on a side road from you, round the corner from you. Tell me more about this energy. Why is the Magician here in the reverse? Why is the Magician here in the reverse? Over in the surveillance energy that's there in the reverse. This dismemberment is here in the reverse. Why is this energy of the magician here in the reverse? It's falling into the energy of secret. Something was off camera. Something hadn't been seen. Some on a landfill. Something may have been dumped off there. Some type of evidence. Someone may have believed that there was no surveillance. It's falling into the energy of meditation here. So let's see, tell me more about this energy of this magician here in the reverse. Accomplice and partner in crime is here in the reverse. Someone tried to put a burden on you, but what was discovered was that you was no accomplice and you was no partner in crime. You had no part to play in whatever this is, you know. So let's see, why is the energy of this emperor here in the reverse? Someone tried to prevent the cause of justice by getting rid of some type of evidence in a landfill here. Tried to keep it undercover. Tell me more about this energy of this emperor. Jealousy wants to come through of the things that they may have been seeing that may have been done on camera. I'm seeing a lot of red hair. Not red hair, someone may have red hair, but this is red shoes, and it looks like there's blood around the shoes on the carpet that someone's focusing on. Something very distinctive about the shoes that may have been found in the room or the road. I said room and I'm reading road. So this could be a room, a road around the neighborhood. Something that was not within the surveillance of a camera here, that someone was trying to prevent. This could have been a date gone wrong. Someone tried to bring you on some type of a date or take you on a date to try and set you up, put some type of a burden on you to make you look as if you was an accomplice or a partner in crime. I'm hearing Bonnie and Clyde, ride or die. I'm hearing right now, they was alive when they left, is what I'm hearing. Someone may be giving a statement. This message is kind of deep. So let's get another card in regards to this emperor that's here in the reverse. Someone is backstepping. Someone may have tried to cause someone to take their own life here. Trigger message. But they've got no success in doing so. This emperor in the reverse is we've got mountains that wanted to kind of fraud. I feel like it's the fraud that wanted to be exposed, not necessarily the mountain. Some type of party. This date could have taken place at a party, and someone may have tried to make you, you know, make something look like it was an accident, is what I'm hearing. This was no crime or passion. They're not out of order. They were under orders. Hearing it again very strongly. Sorry, I had to sort out my standby on my TV, but so who's this king, this Knight of Cups? Sorry, this Knight of Wands that's here in the reverse. This non-committal. This is like, I feel like this is how an emperor may have been coming across to those that may be resonating in the energy of this message on the upside. I feel like I'm picking up on cross-watcher energy here also, as I was in part 1. So let's see, tell me more about this energy of this Knight of Wands. Yuck. Give me more. This is the reason why the Knight of Wands is climbing through a window and not coming through a door. They committed a crime here and they're trying to make something look like an accident, but there's too much evidence that's been left behind. They tried to dispose of this evidence, you know, to prevent the course of justice. They tried to go to an area where they thought there was no surveillance, but something is being seen. Universal law. You know, someone's always looking, is what I'm hearing right now. God sees all. I'm hearing also. Tell me more about this energy of this Knight of Wands. Family. What about this family in the energy of this Knight of Wands? Some type of a family meeting. Someone's regretting something that they did for the money here. Something was written down. Some a statement may have been given. I'm seeing so many people hands-on on whatever this case is. I'm seeing 6 people here working on the case intensely. I'm hearing in this energy of the Queen of Pentacles that's here in the reverse. Someone's looking into someone's finances here. Someone's looking at statements here. Get one more card on this. Oh, I didn't notice this card had come out. It's also fire. Something is being burnt here. Some type of power that somebody may have had. Someone's losing power here rapidly. So let's see, there's a Queen of Cups behind all of this in regards to the energy of this message. Show me the energy of this Queen of Cups. And I feel like it's the Queen of Cups' energy who's making this discovery. Yeah, it makes sense. Healing. Someone's healing over some type of jealousy that they may have been feeling towards those who's in the upright of the energy of this message. This is all over a masculine energy. Why somebody was choosing to believe a lie over a truth, you know? Maybe that they had family with whosoever this masculine energy is that's out of this Clegry. Or at least they're trying to heal. This healing card is here neither in the reverse nor the upright. In this energy of the 6 of Swords, they're trying to seek some type of peace over some type of a situation that may have been faked over them. This person may have survived an incident. I'm paying attention to this boat that's back here, you know. They may have survived. And now they're ready to speak a truth in regards to what really took place. This is the hidden missing information that's being kept secret here. Tell me more about this energy of the 6 of Swords for those that I'm connecting with. Yeah. Motel, hotel is here in the reverse, in this energy of spouse and partner and crime of passion. You know, it was no crime of passion. This person may have appeared to be a partner, you know, or a spouse, but they were nothing more than a criminal, let's say. Can't make it up. This person's got no regards for their own health and safety and no regards for anybody else's health and safety, you know. We've got lies that want to come out in this energy of alias. Someone doesn't even know who, where, or when this person came about in regards to some type of a date. This is another energy I feel like is coming through. There could be another 3 aliases, 3 other individuals that may have, I'm hearing, turned up at the scene. Accomplices, you know, partners in crime. All a part of this family, this neighborhood, this Clegry. Got a grandparent here. I'm hearing watching over you. So let's see. Trying to remember any of the other energies. Queen of Pentacles. Show me the energy of this Queen of Pentacles. That's here in the reverse. That I feel like this meeting is in regards to. And there's a grandparent here. You could be a grandparent. There's some type of accident that someone's trying to make look like a natural disaster. You know, trying to make something look like it's a man-made disaster here. Someone's in regret about something here. Tell me more about this energy of this grandparent. We got home. Somebody was at home, maybe with the grandkids. Someone's got an alibi for when something went down. Let's get one more card in regards to this energy of the Queen of Pentacles that's here in the reverse. Yeah, inside, homicide. This is an inside job. King of Wands is energy. Tell me more about this King of Wands is energy in regards to the energy of this message. Caregiver here in the reverse. Tell me more about this energy. We've got this energy of the beach. I feel like something didn't happen outside, it happened inside. Inside of a home maybe, or very nearby. And we've got drugs and poison here. It's here in the reverse. So I was picking up on this energy of drugs and poison back in message 1. In regards to the energy of the, I'm going to clarify, the Knight of Pentacles that came through. Had something in their hand on the pathway, you know. It looked like a kind of a briefcase. What looked like a toxin warning sign, but it was actually a star. Knight of Pentacles, that's here in the reverse. It's a couple here that's trying to prevent some information coming out that's buried deep on a landfill here. Tell me more about this couple in regards to this energy of the Knight of Pentacles. Why is this energy here? This out is someone's black fire, assassination. Knight of Pentacles, that's here in the reverse. Yeah, they try to cover up, prevent the course of justice in regards to whatever this secret assassination was all about. This is a very deep message. And we've got a child at the bottom of the deck here. Over fame and fortune. For the money and the fame and the fraud. Oh Lord. You should have sold your soul, you should have sold it to the Lord. Bet you go find for your sword. Go put it in your palms and go chant for your psalms. Oh Lord. Someone's trapped in this lifestyle, in this Clegry. There's no way out for them, you know. They sold their soul to the devil. The devil's right here to collect sooner or later, you know. For those on the upside of this message, you're protected by universal love. Look, at the bottom of the deck, this is organized crime. They're underground, you know, and very much within their ego. They feel like they're untouchable, like nothing can touch them. It's because they've got these those in seats of power with no power at all. This can be all in regards to some type of life insurance. I can definitely feel this cult in the midst of all of this. Wooded area, someone's trapped, you know. Someone's in this energy of the tinderbox, you know, which is a chapter that came through on my channel very earlier on at the beginning of my tarot journey. Power supply. They need some power supply from those that walks in divinity, you know, that tries to live a righteous life. They try to put you in this runner chaser twin flame dynamic situation to starve you, you know, devil energy. An attack to the inner child to try and trigger some type of childhood wounds, you know, because they know that this is where your gifts are buried, you know, are stemming from. Outer space. Someone's trying to clean something up here over something that may have taken place in the past. Someone's trying to gain some type of justice through abuse and neglect. but there's legal proceedings. This is in spiritual court, or this is in court. But this is not about the law of the land. This is universal law. This is universal love here. This is not our battle. This is the battle of the Most High. No weapon formed against you shall prosper, and every tongue which rises against you in judgment shall be condemned. You know, this is the heritage of the servants of the Most High and the righteous. You know, somebody could actually be getting married here to a serial, someone who just does this for a living, this assassination lifestyle. But there's a natural disaster, money, party, travel. There's a male here who may be having some affair. There's a debit card here and there's fraud. Water, mountains, imprisonment, burial. Something is hidden, trying to camouflage in. Someone trying to hide in plain sight. But your intuition is telling you that someone could be watching with an evil eye. Something's missing. Maybe there's a message that maybe didn't get to you. It could be in regards to love, but I mean, that kind of love is a bit dangerous, you know. Where to go from here is what I'm hearing right now. What I want to do is kind of end this message here. For those that's on the upside of this message, I'm just going to pull a few angel message and snap out on this message real quick. So let's just see. Something's telling me to still go. But let's just pull an angel message to kind of just break up this vibes a little bit, you know. For those that's on the upside of this message, what's the most important message here? I feel like the only one that's in the upside of this message that I've clarified is this Queen of Pentacles, and maybe this Queen of Cups' energy. So let's just see. Tell me more about this Queen of Pentacles here in the reverse. The inner voice. It says, thank you, angels, for guiding me through my inner voice. Moving through the energy and dodging the enemies, you know. Avoiding these energies of being poisoned. You think me, I gonna make you target me and I'm me home. Me's the girl, me with a send up. Me with a send for me round. Now make me tell you how me get me crown. Me with a lock down the city, me with a lock down the town. Me's the girl, me not frightened, move alone. Moving with the Most High, you know, you move with that inner whisper, that inner voice, that inner guidance. If the Most High says don't go, you just don't go. You stay home, type energy. If the Most High says, okay, go, but turn left, you turn left. No question, you know, you move with obedience to your inner voice. And that's what's kept you going so far, you know. So let's get some more messages in regards to those that's on the upside of this energy. Because although I'm seeing High Priestess energy in the center of this message, I'm getting a two sides of the coin type of an energy. I'm seeing those that's on the good side of this High Priestess in the upright, and those that's trying to pose as High Priestess in the upright, but in fact is part of this Clegry, this group, this cover-up. It says, the miracle of forgiveness, Archangel Jamal. Thank you for helping me understand the process of forgiveness. For when the times when you may not have listened to that inner voice, you know. Going back to angel number 1515, 1616, where you may have seen a couple of red flags and ignored them for the sake of, you know, inner peace I'm hearing. But let's just see in regard to this energy. Let's get another 3 more cards for those that I'm connecting with. So we've also got this energy of trustworthy friends. Going back to the title of the previous message, thank you, angels, for surrounding me with people I can trust and love. Or at least allowing you to see the people who you can trust and love and who you can't. Another 2 cards has fallen to the ground here. And we've got spiritual gifts, Archangel Raziel. Thank you, Raziel, for helping me channel my gifts and my talents. Loved one in heaven. Thank you, loved ones in heaven, for drawing close. at this time. And I feel this energy of grandparents here, you know. I'm an empress, no time for brawl. Go on my knees, all I make a call. Granny 1, Granny 2, Granny 3. That's how I say me draw me energy. From me young, them they make me fall. History, make me know me is a real Israelite. You know, divine guidance, the universal love. They will have to go back into time, go back into history, you know, and for them that's going to be risky because it's their so the Most High blessed you, you know. These people have no power over the power of the Most High to make anything even appear to look like an accident, much less. So I'm going back, I've just been, these cards fell on my book, so it's reminding me to read what I've written here. So I've written this, so prior to all of these cards coming out, but it may have taken this Queen of Cups to come to terms with a situation that left them feeling less than their best, played by a Knight of Wands who was looked at as a divine masculine, left to heal from their in and out non-committed ways. For a quick time, not a long time. The usual saying is for a fun time, not a long time. But this was just a quickie, you know, was what I was picking up on. A paid worker, paid to cause you disalignment, loss of your keys, your key, your inner key, you know, get that one key off my back. They're not only, they're not out of order, they're under orders, civil servant of this Clegry, this magician in the mirror that's here in the reverse, is reverse in tarot also. Who they appear to be is not in fact who they truly are. They come to seek attention and status, your status, and drop burdens on your soul. But you're surrounded by universal love. Again, I was picking up on angel number 1515, 1616, and 316. So something can't be swept away or under the carpet. Someone is looking into or for information, truth, and it may be a risk to them. You know, it may come at a cost in order for this truth to be brought to the surface that they're digging into. I'm now, at the time of reading this, I'm actually now seeing someone looking in an office, you know, looking for some paperwork that may be hidden in order to bring out this secret that was being prevented here. So going back to what I wrote, so truth, it's a bit risky to go back into history, into your Akashic records. I was picking up on this energy of somebody was fed false truth and living a false reality based off of that false truth that they were fed. And when I wrote this word fed, I'm actually seeing F.E.D, you know, like a brewery, the federal agencies, you know, emergency services. So going back into this energy, so Clegry, neither reversal in the upright, a mix of high priestesses, run by devil energy. You know, the card of the Knight of Wands, no, the card of the Emperor that's here in the reverse. It reads, shine your inner candle light bright enough for others to follow. You know, so they're like the Pied Piper. You know, the one who lures everybody to them, you know, to where it is that they're trying to lure them to. So anyway, these magicians that's here in the reverse in devil energy, 16 wands and 16 swords, with intent to cause chaos for a commission, a recognition, attention, golden wishes type energy. I was picking up on the three golden wishes from the movie Troy. 7 deadly sins, confusions and delusions. I was picking up on this energy here, in this energy of the Queen of Swords, that somebody may be saying that you have a resting bitch face. I was hearing that quite strongly. One moment. Okay, so as I was saying, yeah, so someone in the group may not be able to read your silence, you know, which in turn is causing them some type of a confusion here, you know, causes them confusions within their own magic, you know. and the way how they may not be able to be disciplined within the orders that they're under, not playing their role during their job for this Clegry. They can't do what's being ordered. Universal protection surrounds you, universal love over the plan of these devils, non-action. I'm just reading what I wrote here. Non-action, love, long, love versus all. Let love rule is what I wrote here. So I'm just looking into this energy and wondering whether I want to go into it anymore. A spiritual animal is at the bottom of the deck. Let's just pull a few. What's the vibes in regards to this energy? What's the Seven of Swords in regards to this energy? We've got possibilities that wants to come through here in the reverse and sipping. You know, you may have taken something from a group of friends, you know, without no realization as to their true agenda in this situation. Maybe your intuition may have told you not to drink this or don't take that, you know, or maybe you may have taken in some of this, which may have put you in this energy. I'm seeing the bad health card from my Kipper deck, but again, neither in the reverse nor the upright. Something didn't work or have full effect on you is what I'm picking up on here. In this energy of possibilities, possibilities came through in the reverse. Follow your dreams, make up your mind, and believe in yourself. Someone may have a regret in regards to, you know, maybe not listening to your intuition the first time and or the second time. In this energy of goddess of the moon. So let's see, in regards to this energy, tell me more about the Seven of Swords. Yeah, this is the energy of needing to recharge. Just come through again, neither in the reverse nor the upright, from whatever this deception is. It's falling into this energy of forgiveness. You know, you may be even questioning whether you can forgive whosoever this frenemy is. So let's see, tell me more about this Emperor that's here in the reverse in regards to the energy of this message. This Emperor may be coming out of some type of a mental entrapment here. The trap cards in the reverse is falling over into this energy of the boat. Their plan couldn't work against you, you know, they couldn't trap you. Let's get another card for this Emperor that's here in the reverse. Yeah, somebody may have taken no thrill in what it is that they may have done or taken a part of, you know. You may not have had no thrill in regards to what you may have had to do in order to remove yourself from these groups of people, these so-called friends that were ready to set to poison you, you know, to drug you and cover it up. Continuous cycles, you know, the cycle is now over. You paid attention to the whispers of your ancestors, your inner voice. You know, you stop making these choices of going around these people, places, or these things that they have, you know. Unforgivable is what I'm hearing. Something may be unforgivable. So let's see, this Queen of Cups is energy. Tell me more about this energy of this Queen of Cups. That's in this energy of this Eight of Wands. Let's get another card in regards to this energy. Someone may be looking to just burn their bridges here, you know, and don't look back is what I'm hearing, because these people are toxic. These group of celebrity people who's surrounded by these detectives, these investigators, these criminals. The other card that came through is this feminine energy. Gentleness, nurturing, and mothering. Who this Clegry group tried to set up, you know, an assassin poison for possibly their status or whatever commission may come from that. Show me this energy of this detective that's here in the reverse. It's a dirty cop is what I'm hearing. And as I said that, the gang card fell out. It's a dirty cop. It's an informant is what I'm hearing. There's an informant amongst the group. Tell me more about this detective. Yeah, someone's cutting ties. You know, they found out what it is that they need to find out. And they're cutting ties in this energy of the Eight of Wands. And it reads, light a fire underneath your cauldron and go, go, go. That sounds like an order for me over the radio. Go, go, go. Someone's cutting ties because they know that these people are going to be discovered real soon. They want nothing to do with it, that you know, but their hands are dirty. They've got a part to play in this, whatever this is. They have to be held accountable is what I'm hearing. The card reads freedom, standing up and awakening. You know, they can't be a ninja in whatever the situation is because they're very much a part of it. Their hands are dirty too. Their face may not be seen, but their hands are dirty in this Eight of Wands, in this death plot here, this assassination against another. When an assassination was also set against them as an energy I'm picking up on. They figured out something here. And how they figured it out is because they were figuring out what was going on in their own world. And realized the pattern is what I'm picking up on here. Part of their spiritual gift. So let's see, tell me more. Who feels it knows is what I'm hearing. Tell me more about this Queen of Cups, this energy that's here in the reverse, in regards to the energy of this message. Puzzled, wishful thinking, second chance, deja vu, nostalgia, confused, perplexed and conflicted by whosoever this detective energy is that's here in the reverse. It makes sense. So maybe this detective in the reverse went in posing to be one of them, part of this Clegry, and saw they got inside information. They saw faces behind alias names, you know, inside scoop is what I'm hearing. They had to get out of there very quickly also is what I'm picking up on. They got all of the information they needed on this gang of celebrities, this gang of Clegrys. Tell me more about this Queen of Pentacles that's here in the reverse. Maybe feeling hopeless or was hopeless against these aliens. Loss, depression and suicide, and that energy of suicide is over here also. So this is double confirmation here. Tell me more about this energy of this Queen of Pentacles in regards to the energy of this message for those that may be resonating with. And we've got isolation, feminine energy, alone in this assassination plot to kill, steal and destroy. Through rejection, left alone and, you know, self-inflicted. Tell me more about this energy of this Queen of Pentacles that's here in the reverse, in this feminine energy, in this isolated energy. Narcissistic is here in the reverse. A narcissistic may have tried to keep this Queen of Pentacles in a puzzled, confused type energy. Queen of Pentacles, I believe, has burned the bridges here. You know, whatever this may have been, it wasn't very thrilling. It kept somebody unstable, unbalanced, you know. It took somebody a while to get into this energy of temperance here in the upright. Beginning of part one, temperance, the patience card was here in the reverse. You know, someone saw through this puzzle. Someone put the pieces together and realized that there's some type of gang association, some type of a society situation going on here. The Queen of Pentacles could be regretting the day they ever met somebody, you know, in this energy of possibilities being here in the reverse. We got meeting here and possibilities. It was no chance, you know, that you met this person. This is a whole group of people sitting behind the computer here, and someone's seeking out information. They're taking a risk, you know. Queen of Pentacles, they put themselves in harm's way in order to retrieve some type of information that's behind closed doors. In regards to these passings that may have been happening, too many. Someone knew that they had to cut their ties from whosoever this is. It was affecting somebody emotionally. Knight of Pentacles, show me the Knight of Pentacles' energy in regards to this message. Yeah, they're paying the consequences for this isolation, these karmics, you know, who may have made you feel rejected and left alone at one point of time. They were haters, you know, and they're about to learn a lesson, a harsh lesson. I'm hearing right now, don't do the crime if you can't face the time. Someone could be facing time here. They've got no hope. Tell me more about this criminality energy that came through. There's a criminality energy here which is behind this narcissistic and this puzzled energy. Some wish fulfillment. They're gonna, you know, longing. Longing is here in the reverse. Missing you, let's talk, reunion. There's gonna be never a time again, I'm hearing. Because somebody's gonna be going away for a very long time. I'm trying to find the card. Someone could be trying to run in this athlete energy, running from the detectives or running to a detective, you know. So let's clarify these energies. I almost forgot about this friend that's in this envious energy. Tell me more about this energy of this friend that's came through in this energy of this detective. This could be a detective that's figuring out your identity through this friend, you know. The pieces are now aligning. Yeah, they're learning something in this situation. I feel like this detective is learning something about this friend. They're not who they say they are. They're a little bit narcissistic, you know, a little bit manipulative. The manipulator is about to be manipulated by this detective. They're learning a thing or two about what goes on in the nightlife. The secrets that's kept behind closed doors that's being covered up and perverted, you know. Perverted the case that's being covered up. Let's just say all of the information is coming up and there's consequences to be faced. They're not going to have no time to recharge and to regroup and to get any kind of story together, is what I'm picking up on here. The miracle of forgiveness wants to show itself. Tell me more about this criminal energy. Yeah, this chef, they can't cook something up no more. Someone's found the missing link, the missing ingredient, I'm hearing. Antisocial, trying to recharge, hiding, you know, in plain sight. I'm picking up on this energy of there's someone trying to be hopeful in this energy of antisocial in regards to whatever this ingredient is that's being discovered. I feel like it's the one piece of evidence that will tie this all up. Tell me more about this runner energy. Why is this athlete here? Why is this athlete here? This athlete, whosoever tried to run is salty. They've been caught. They're bitter and they're angry and they're petty. And they're still hopeful, inspired, optimistic and hoping for success. Right, show me this energy of this athlete. But they're waking up and they're smelling the roses now, you know, in regards to whatever this is that they were trying to cook up and what's being learnt about what this plan and against you. Tell me more about this energy of this ninja that's trying to cut ties from this group, but they've got blood on their hands, is what I'm hearing. They're trying to run too. Everyone's trying to move at dark, you know, move by night is what I'm hearing. Everyone's trying to meet at night, not leaving no kind of digital trail behind, you know. They're even traveling by boat just so that they're not detected. Let's see this energy of this ninja. So I believe that this ninja came out in the energy of the Queen of Cups as well, you know. And definitely in this energy of the Eight of Wands, someone's trying to run in the energy of the Eight of Wands that represents travel. Tell me more about this ninja energy. Yeah, in this energy of laughter, in this energy of waking up and smelling the roses. Someone may find this funny when they realize that there's nothing they can do about this situation. You know, they've been going for a long time, but you can run, but you can't hide. Long run, short catch. Someone has to wake up and smell the roses now. Why is this death card here in the reverse? In this energy of this meeting, in the energy of this golden, I wanted to say goddess moon, and now I'm trying to find the card that came through. I wasn't looking, and I feel like that's symbolic to the energy of this message. Somebody wasn't looking and didn't see where something ended up, landed. So I believe it was this card that came through, and it's suffering in silence. Unspoken desires and real feelings and broken dreams. This third party situation with this narcissistic that was this puzzling to somebody. Somebody's in isolation right now. In this energy I'm picking up on of sadness, regret, remorse, you know, that they didn't see or say something sooner in regards to whatever this is. Long run, short catch. You can't run from yourself. It's eating somebody's conscious is what I'm picking up on, and it's the consequences of whatever took place in this nightlife. It's like they can't speak to anyone else other than these karmics, and these karmics are just sipping them with more and more poison, you know. But deep in their heart, whosoever's in this energy just knows that something wasn't right. It wasn't the right thing to do. They can't speak up. They're one of these, but they can't speak up. They can't even talk about the possibility that they're regretting something that happened, fear of their own life, is what I'm hearing. This is a lost soul. Be mindful of a mirrored soul. It's one of my poems on my Facebook page, which I would attach to the description. I feel like maybe somebody may need to hear that. Seeker of clarity, wanderer, confusion and defeat. Someone is struggling here with the information that they've learned and that they're a part of, knowingly or unknowingly. I feel like this was an intentional thing, but something has become too much for someone. Tell me more about this suffering in silence. Someone's having a conscience now, but it's a bit too little too late. This masculine energy that's here in the reverse, in this energy of the chef. Authority, discipline and father figure. Someone had way too much to lose. You know, they even had a career here, you know, at one stage of time. But they got tempted by the greed and whatever this Clegry was offering, the incentive that came along with it. All of the pretty lights, you know. Not everything that looks good is good, you know. Even sugar looks like salt, and now they're salty because they've now been discovered. Some type of a plan of action against you and others, I'm hearing, has been detected. Weaving of blueprints, planning, design, supervision and construction. These detectives know everything. Who's behind it all, you know? Down to the most minute information is what I'm picking up on here. But on that note, on this note, I'm going to end this message here, you know. But love and light and peace and blessings. And I just hope for anyone that's resonating with this energy of this message, you know, that you found some type of guidance, confirmation, clarity, reassurance to just know that universal love is surrounding you, universal protection is surrounding you, and these people are going to face the consequences of their actions. You know, they're going to have to get up and smell the coffee. They can no longer hide and go by any alias names, you know. But on that note, I'm going to end this message here. But love and light, peace and blessings and healing energy I'm sending to each and every one of you.